But you know what's funny though? The dynamic I was just thinking about. They should have a storyline where somebody used to be a Sith, and then they switch over to the good.
Oh yeah.
Have they done that yet in Star Wars?
I can't think.
Maybe y'all know like the deeper storylines. Maybe even Cam knows. But like a Sith that was like, man, I'm sick of this.
I'm trying to.
Then they come over. That would be an interesting dynamic. And then everybody doesn't trust the person right away. Like, you used to roll with the Emperor and them, and now how can we trust you?
All right, what's good, guys? I'm starting this podcast.
It's just something to think about.
What's good? This is Life's a Joke podcast, a podcast about living life surrounded by comedians, where I'll have different wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands of comedians. I'll even have comedians themselves. We just talk about how we deal with everyday life, everyday journey. And today I actually have my boo, my baby boy, Tony Baker. Say what's up. You looking at the camera or you looking at the
I was looking at the phones. My bad. I forgot about the main camera right here.
Yeah.
The main camera. There we go. The main camera is jealous of these new phones. Like the camera, the Canon, there's thousands of dollars behind the phones. That's the real camera. And he's just like, these phones.
I know.
Taking over my job.
I know.
I apologize. Much respect.
I still respect you, especially because it's gonna be so crispy.
Oh man,
it's about to be so crispy.
You can't imagine. Look at the phone, be all grainy.
I know. The phone is like
grainy, like seasoning salt, uncooked seasoning salt too.
Right.
Just when you first put it on the product. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, I love it.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So, me and Tony have been together for a year and a half, and what's today's date? The 5th?
Today is I have no clue.
And 3 days.
The 9th or the 8th? That's one of those.
1 year, 6 months, and like 4 days.
You actually keep me count, huh?
Well, it's only because if we didn't get together at the beginning of December, I would not know.
It'd be confusion.
Yeah.
What was it December 2nd?
Mm-hmm. And being that it's so like in the beginning, I could just go by the months.
Yeah, it's like a kid. You keep track of the months until they're 2 years old, then you're off that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely. Only the other day I realized like half a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I literally.
I just go annually. I'm an annual guy. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
the third annual We Still Together awards.
Right. So yeah, we've been together. We've lived together almost just about as
pretty
long.
much the whole time.
The whole time.
I was like, man, come on out here and stay with me. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And now we're parents. I'm excited. We're cat parents, and we have Dapper. I was gonna bring Dapper today, but he be meowing too much. He
do be talking. He be talking.
He talks a lot. He's cute though. He's really cute, and we're already looking into like finding him a brother or sister.
Yeah.
And we've only had him for
you got him Monday, right?
Yeah, we've had him just a few days,
and
we're already like another.
Tell him the story about you got cold busted.
Oh my God.
She got cold busted.
So I've been plotting on getting Tony a cat for so long. Like, I'm talking about it's been a minute. I'm like, I'm gonna get him a cat. So I remember last year was when I was like, I'm gonna surprise him with a cat one day. But it was just a thought. There was no serious action. I didn't look for any cats. And then like it was just kind of like one day. And then time went on. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to look at cats. Like, because I was at the house alone. And I'm like, I kind of want a cat, too, just to chill with me. And then I found a few, but they all fell through. And then the other day, I finally had a day to just relax. And I had off. So I looked on Craigslist. And this person, like, this picture, I was like, I love this cat already. I want this cat. So I texted the person because, they leave, like, the text. And they're like, yeah, come pick him up or pick her up. They thought it was a girl. And I was like, you don't want to interview me and ask questions? They're like, oh, yeah, okay, sure. I'm like.
That was raggedy out the gate.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Do you have a home?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you homeless?
I didn't even ask that.
Right. You could have been homeless. You could have been like, we're going to live on the streets together as human and cat.
Yeah, she was just like, you could pick her up today. And I was like, okay. So I was getting ready to pick her up, thinking it was a her, and I was almost went alone, and then I called my friend Jamie, and he came along with me. Thank God he came with me, because when I went to go pick him up, and it wasn't a her, we found out later, this poor 1 pound, 10-ounce baby was covered, like it was a disgusting infestation of fleas, like not healthy. And she's like, oh yeah, she has fleas, I forgot to mention that.
Wackers.
Yeah,
how you forget to mention that? You open with that.
and it wasn't like,
As soon as you answer the phone, she has fleas. Hello?
I feel like it wasn't a normal, like I was like, this isn't normal, this is a lot. And I've never dealt with a pet with fleas in my life, so I ran home, and I didn't take her out the carrier or anything until I got to the bathroom that she's been quarantined in, and I like gave her a million baths. And as I'm like, I have her wrapped up in a towel, I'm like drying her up, she's looking at me super cute. If you go on to my Instagram, you'll see the video of her just looking, or him looking, I forgot. We discovered the penis during the cleaning, and I called Tony. I forgot why I called you, but I really wanted to hear his voice. I was just like, let me talk to him. I've been super MIA the whole day. I'm usually on point with texting. I'm like super on point.
She was missing in action.
I'm usually super on point with texting Tony. And this one day, it was like I was cheating and like just not talking to him, nothing. I was like, let me call him and just, I don't know. I also kind of missed him. So I call him. Mind you, Dapper was quiet the whole time up until I'm on the phone. A few minutes into the conversation, Dapper decides to meow.
Cold busted.
And he was like, is that a cat? I was like, nah, it's a YouTube video I'm watching. He's like, run that back. Run the video back.
Let me hear the same meow I just heard. Run it back.
I stupidly Google or went on YouTube and looked up cat's meow instead of kitten meow. I did find a really good kitten meow video after the fact.
Cold bust.
And then I ended up showing him that Dapper is in the house and stuff like that.
You shouldn't have called me, man.
I don't know.
You got to stay in the surprise pocket.
But I surprised you by cleaning the car.
That was the surprise. She got the car washed and vacuumed. That was the surprise. Because the cat was cold bust. All she had to do was stay off the phone, which I was cool with.
I know you. I know
you. She just had the call. And then, Mark in the background.
He was so funny.
Cold
but yeah,
busted.
So now we have Dapper. We're looking for a brother. Dapper's super cute.
Dapper is a good time, man.
What'd you think when you first met him?
I was like, man, little, tiny.
He's
like
very tiny.
The frailty. And then, but it's instant. Like, with me and cats, it's pretty instant. Like, it's just like, yo, we good.
Yeah.
And so, because I've lived with cats my whole life up until I got to college. So I know cats well. I just know how they roll, the temperaments, the random attacks. I'm for it all. And this cat was already just like social.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And then even the flea battles I've been in before, like not to the degree what she described, more like we would just look and like we would have to dig around and see maybe like one or two. We never saw like a big group at one time. But I definitely been chewed up in the battle, and we've done the carpet stuff and the shampooing and the mixing it up. And I'm a veteran in these flea attack streets. And fleas be chewing on your boy. They be like, Tony got this sweet, sweet blood. Let's get in on it.
I can see that.
And so it was just like, all right, we got fleas to battle. You know, I'm just big on the potty train thing. Like, soon as we get him or her potty trained, I'll be fully relaxed.
The reason we're saying him or her is because we do like there seems to be a penis, but we don't really know until the balls drop because it's pretty flat down there. Like Dapper right now is gender fluid. We're going by the pronouns they, them, and their. Sometimes we'll switch between he and her because we just don't know. We're just all over the place with it. So we're waiting until a sign of gender-ish something comes through. But yeah.
We're waiting for the ball to drop like New Year's Eve.
Right. That's literally what we're doing. And another thing that's like, to me, even though Dapper was posted on Craigslist, it's still a rescue situation because Dapper's too young to be away from their mother. So this person was so desperate to get rid of this cat that didn't even like care about the fleas, didn't care about the like, the mother part. Like it was just ugh. But I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm Dapper's mom now. He's definitely like got used to us. He's definitely like he loves us.
Yeah.
Like Daps loves us.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be up all on our neck. Like you could just tell that he's like, all right.
Daps is fun, man.
Yeah, he's a good time. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to get another one. I want to get one now so he doesn't get too used to being alone. Because I can see him getting spoiled really quick.
Yeah. Gotta get that other one in there.
Right.
ASAP.
Right.
Especially we be gone. So, I've always wanted 2 cats, though. Like, since I've been wanting cats, I've always wanted 2 because I just want them to keep each other company. And, 2 cats is just a good time, man. It's just 2 cats is way more fun out here. So, that's what I was looking for. So we definitely want another cat in the mix. Shoot, the way they got pairs of black cats, and I'm like, man, we're going to have 3, My apartment, I feel like ain't big enough for 3, but
oh nah,
why
it's definitely not.
But get one of those cat hotels. They just be propped up. 3 cats, man. Oh man, that's a good time.
We have a whole room for them.
Yeah,
I feel like that room is big enough for 3. Though no, 3, maybe not 3, 2.
3. My
2.
apartment could fit 3.
Well, yeah.
I mean, cats don't do much, but
yeah, I just want to make sure that they know, like, don't do the most. Don't knock over the tree. The Christmas tree is not going anywhere yet.
You mean tree?
Tree. The celebration tree.
The tree
is still up.
It's not even it's just tree now.
It's just tree. We haven't even
been decorating for the various holidays.
We haven't.
Sabrina just be talking sometimes.
But it is a celebration tree because
decorated for each holiday.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
I mean,
it's so much money.
99-cent store got everything you need. 99-cent store got everything you need, including fresh produce. I wouldn't trust it, but they got it.
I don't trust
They got it.
And everyone who like tags me every time he posts a video with the tree in the background, I know it's there. I'm very well aware.
Man, we are so aware that the tree is back there. Y'all think I forgot? The tree, yes.
People always be like, Sabrina, don't let him do this. I'm like, no, but I'm doing it too.
Right.
I'm here with him. Like
she had the house more than me.
Yeah, like I love that tree. When the lights are on, oh, it's so calm.
The tree is a part of the family.
Oh, I love that tree.
Y'all just gonna have to make do.
That tree is my bestie. But oh yeah, so one topic I do want to touch on while you're here is another thing that people always tag me in or like, ask us is when are we having kids? We had one.
Right.
This is it.
The cat.
We're both content on not having children, and it seems to bother a lot of people, but y'all are not in our relationship, so it's weird. I was like, do you have kid money? Like, do you have a baby money?
You got the time? Y'all
like,
gonna babysit?
do y'all are y'all gonna come and take care of this child? Are you gonna fill out my taxes? Because then I mean that's cool. Like,
right, if they gonna do all that.
Yeah, like,
all right,
yeah, y'all want us to have a kid so bad.
Hand the baby to me when they about 7, and they're like,
right.
Yeah, I'm back.
But and no, I do not have any children. It's not like a thing. It's never been like I need to have kids. I need to have a huge wedding. I've never been like that type of girl. That like marriage is cool. I've been married before. I wasn't a good wife, but like that's one thing I'd be willing to try again. But it's not like I don't need a traditional life. I don't need the traditional like marriage and kids and da-da-da. Like that to me, that doesn't solidify us. You know what I mean? Especially a kid. A lot of people feel like we're not really together unless we have a kid.
They want you to let me tell you something. They want you to have a kid so bad. They be like, yo, because everybody always asks me like, yo, she doesn't have any kids? And I was like, nah, she wants one. They are for sure that you want a kid. You be like, she may tell you no, she's lying.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I do not want a kid. If I wanted a kid, I wouldn't be with Tony because Tony has 2 grown men. He's done in the baby department.
I'm a veteran.
Like I can easily find a man who wants to start a family. That's not my goal. Like that's not a thing. I just want to like grow. I want to like have fun. I want to travel with you. Like I want us to have fun. We're both very like child, like, you know, like kid like. We have like a very young energy, and like I just want to have fun with it. And yeah, kids are just not, it's not like a thing. And also you have a 19-year-old.
Like, I got a 19-year-old.
So
and the
in
young
years,
one is 17.
right? In a few years, one of them are gonna have a kid. I'm
Right.
cool with being a step grandmother.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? The grandbabies is coming.
Yeah, like
and you know they're gonna be at the house.
Yeah, I'm with that. Like, I am here for it. I love kids. Don't think just because I don't want my own doesn't mean, like, I love kids. Kids are amazing. Kids love me. It's just not a thing. Like, so I don't really care. It's not something that I'm like, oh, my clock is ticking, Tony, we need to get on that. Or like, so I just want to make sure that, like, you know, y'all know and y'all hear it from me, so you can stop pressuring the both of us.
Oh man, they be like, she lying. Even me, like, I had to be like, is she telling the truth? Because a lot of women do that. A lot of women will be like, no, you know, I'm cool with no. And then when the relationship is going, they'll be like, I want kids. I always wanted it. I just didn't say that because you said you didn't want kids in the beginning. That happens a lot.
It's so real. My mother knows. My mother, my own flesh and blood, the person who would have been a grandmother, knows that I'm not going to make her a grandmother unless it's through an animal. Because she did call me yesterday and she's like, how's my grandson?
Yeah.
Calling about Dapper.
Right. Which could be a granddaughter.
Or a granddaughter. Sure. How's my grand person?
Kid. Stuff.
But yeah, so I really wanted to clear that up because I feel like it's super important.
People just be caught up, man. Right. When's the marriage? When's the kids? Like, if y'all don't slow down.
Right.
But if y'all waiting on me to do all this stuff, y'all might be waiting forever.
Yeah. It's like,
I don't, you know, I'm slow moving.
And it's not a necessity for us right now.
Right.
Like, we're not, and we're also, I feel like we're just not that kind of couple that we have traditional goals. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have traditional goals where it's like, all right, so we're eventually gonna, you know, get married and have kids and and like buy a house and with a picket fence and stuff like that. But the house is
I do want a house.
The house is a thing for sure.
Man,
but
I want a house.
It's so we can have 4 cats.
Man, I want a house. I've been thinking about real estate.
Yeah, that's a thing.
But my life isn't traditional. My life is not traditional. I don't do a traditional job.
Right.
You know, so I'm just not big on that. You know, you think about it. Being traditional adds a lot of pressure to a lot of people's lives because they feel like they have to live up to other people's perceptions and expectations, and then you start doing all of this really for other people more than yourself, and then you crumbling under the pressure because you were trying to, well, you know, my parents always said you should do this and that, and the people, and I had to do this. I'm like, man, get off me. I was in that mindset for a little bit, like I got to go to college and get like a real thing. But then I stepped back and was like, my parents aren't really pressuring me to do that. Like, you know, my mom was never, you going to do this. And my dad wasn't either. My dad wanted me to go to school. Yes, he valued education. He was like, he would send me money here and there as long as I was in school. But it still wasn't like, you going to do, yeah, I was scared to tell him that, you know, I dropped out of college to pursue acting. But I still felt from him like, all right, you can do it. I still felt that. Like, I might not be sending you as much money still, but, you know, I respect it. And so I got that. I still know that he wants me to get a degree. But, and, you know, some people still say that. Like, you should go back and get a degree. I'm like, I don't really want it. Like, you know, if I was going to teach still, then cool. It makes sense. But, you know, I ain't tripping on that.
And, yeah, I didn't even go to college. College wasn't a thought. Like, none of that. Like, and I still got really dope jobs. I did catering for music artists for 9 years, and it was dope. I got to travel. I got to meet a lot of dope people. I've worked in a lot of dope museums doing like cool stuff. I worked for the Knicks. Like, I've had good jobs. So it's not like, you know, like I've done a lot of fun stuff, and I've had the freedom to figure out what do I want to do for real, because my fear is like, when I was younger, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, if you would have asked 8-year-old me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I wanted to live in the jungle and have a monkey as a best friend, and I wanted to be an actress from the jungle.
That's a traditional life right there.
From the jungle.
Mad tradition.
And then as I got older, it always switched up. I always was like, I want to do something entertaining, but I don't want to be too much in the entertainment. But it was so weird.
Right.
So it's like only now I started doing a course to become a vegan coach to help people go vegan and be certified in it. So when people are like, "Are you certified in this?" Like, yes. I have the years of being vegan behind me, and now I'm gonna have a certificate. So like, it's like I'm finally figuring out like, okay, like food is everything comes back to food. Everything always goes back to food. So food is going to be how I'm gonna make my living. I just don't know in what. Like, I do have a cooking class in Oakland coming up on July 13th. It's by donation. It's to teach people in low income areas how to cook vegan meals for very cheap. So if you guys are in the Oakland area, pull up.
That's dope.
Yeah, thank you.
That's dope, man. Because a lot of people don't have access to it, or they think, vegan is expensive.
Right.
They immediately go to that and just write everything off. So it's like, forget it. I'm going to just keep eating this filth at 7-Eleven.
Right.
But that's dope.
Thank you.
And food is your, because I know you still in the transition phase of like trying to figure out the path for you, like the straight. And food is always the common denominator. Like
food is always it.
You super passionate about. That's the one thing that's common. Because you be all over the place, but food is the main, that's the eye of the storm. Right. So it makes sense.
It's always like, I don't want to be a chef. I'm going to tell y'all right, because a lot of people always be like, why don't you just be a chef? I don't want to be a chef. Chef life is super hectic. It's super stressful. Like, I don't want to hate food. You know what I mean? I don't want a job that's just going to make me like, I don't want to cook. Because you know how I am about cooking. Yeah. Like, I get excited about cooking. Yesterday, I forgot what I said yesterday in the middle of nothing. And you're like, you didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, no, I meant for the food. Like, I think that's coconut milk. I mentioned I'm going to use coconut milk. And you're like, for the cat? I'm like, no, for cooking. Like, I'm constantly talking about like, oh, what do you want what do you want to eat today? Yeah. And it'll be like, we just woke up. We still have like crust in our eyeball. And I'm still like, what do you want for dinner tonight? Right.
Which is dope.
Yeah.
And like when we had game nights get together, she's always like, I'm going to cook. Yeah. Yeah, most people like, I'm going to grab something on the way, or like, we ain't got to. She loves the cooking aspect. I'm going to make this and then that and then this. She be cooking for real.
Yeah. I love cooking for other people. Like, I'm like a grandmother on a holiday, when the grandmother just be watching everybody eat their food. They like.
They be taking pride in the food eating. They just be looking around, not even involved in what's going on.
At all.
Like, yeah. Oh, you want some more of this? That's it. They doing plate monitoring and like.
That's me.
Is everybody eating?
Right. And especially since I make vegan food, I like seeing like non-vegans react to my food because it's always a positive reaction. It's always like, yo, this is vegan? This is good. Like the pasta got destroyed.
The pasta be killing.
The pasta got destroyed.
The pasta, because it's like the chickpea and the, what's the other one we get? The chickpea pasta. And black bean pasta.
Black bean and red lentil.
It's just as good as the regular traditional pasta.
Right.
So it's like you still having a good time on the pasta tip.
And it's better for you because it's only 2 ingredients, and it's ingredients that your body breaks down really well.
So it's a good time. Man. I'm all for it.
Right. And it's,
because I love to eat.
Right.
That's my biggest struggle in life.
Food.
Yeah. And I'll be struggling.
And that's what makes me love it even more. I love cooking for him.
The struggle
I love cooking for you. I get so excited to like bring you your plate.
I'll be eating.
I get so excited.
I'll be eating.
Because he rarely doesn't like you've never said, yo, I don't like this.
Right.
There's only been things that I didn't really like put my heart into. What's the one thing?
The mac and cheese in Vegas.
Oh, but let me tell you why that mac and cheese was bad. Because I did not grocery shop. Remember?
Right. It was provided. You did the best you could with the scraps you was given.
It was. We were invited to someone's house, and they wanted me to make them a mac and cheese that they saw in a video. And I was like, oh yeah, I saw that video before. And they're like, can you make it? And I was like, yeah. I've never made. It's not the way that I make mac and cheese. Because the way I make mac and cheese is good.
Yeah. Your mac and cheese is actually the best vegan mac and cheese I've ever had so far, because a lot of people be like, "Oh, this is the best mac and cheese." That best mac and cheese in Atlanta you sent me to, it was mediocre. I'm like, man.
I mean,
so yours is the best mac and cheese I've had so far, and like even the vegan mac and cheese we saw the other day, I was just like, nah. I don't even trust vegan mac and cheese in restaurants and food trucks anymore because it just be mediocre.
Because I ruined you.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you did. Because people be pumping it out. It's the best mac and cheese this side of the Mississippi. And I'll be like, it's better on Sabrina's side of the Mississippi.
If you're on Periscope, you can call in if you have any questions. So just hit me up if you're not a call-in. I got a few people on Periscope. 6. That's not a lot. But call me and ask any questions that you have for me and Tony. If you're on Tony's live, go on my Periscope and call in. I see people are trying to call in on this live, but don't do that. Don't do that. Call in on Periscope. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to let people know about?
Oh, man, while y'all are in here, become members on my Patreon, man.
That's true.
Everybody that's in here right now, people that's listening, add me on Patreon, Tony Baker Comedy on Patreon, man. Pull up, man. I'm going to have exclusive stuff that's only available to the patrons on there, like some verbal cardios and like some videos and stuff like that. I posted a comedy set, 15-minute set that's only on Patreon. So join me on there, man. You know what I'm saying? If you really love me, join me on Patreon. That's all I really wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? Go to TonyBakerComedy.com. It's a good time on my website.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But really, like, become patrons, man. The bakery, as I like to call these people. It's like, man, it's like over 400 of my diehard fans are on Patreon right now. And I think it's more of y'all than that. I think it's more than, 400 of y'all. That's really
That's
right.
a lot.
That's a lot, though.
I got 2.
That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's only the beginning for you. You know what I mean?
Well, also, I've been editing. So I made a lot of content for my Patreon, which is exclusive. I'm going to be making nothing but like cooking videos, and like I'm going to pretty much do all my vegan coaching on Patreon because I feel like that makes the most sense, and I'll be able to help people like more directly. But yeah, it's coming along. It's happening. It's I also post like vegan things you can find randomly in a store that taste good and stuff like that, or like things you may pass all the time and you don't realize it's vegan. And yeah, but nobody's calling in, man. I was hoping somebody Cookie call in.
Call in.
Me telling people to call in. I only have 4 people on my Periscope.
Okay, but for real though, y'all, Patreon, man, pull up.
Oh yeah, and
if y'all not sure what it is, click the link in my bio on my Instagram page. You know what I mean?
Hit you see the 2 smiley faces? Hit the 2 smiley faces, and it'll say call. Call. How do you say call?
Now say it like you've been saying it. Don't ever stop.
There we go.
Cool. It's like you spell it like CAWL. Cool.
Call.
Oh, we got a caller. We got a caller.
Felicia, what's good?
Yes, I'm calling.
Oh, she's calling.
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure that this mic is on. Cam, I don't think this mic is on.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, we're gonna pause.
Say hi. I don't have nothing. That's it.
You just wanted to show people
She
that you
wanted
can
to say
call.
hi. That she
Yeah, I
can
just
call in.
want to call
Do cool.
because I figured it would encourage other people to call.
There
in,
we
so.
go. Hold on.
You get the ball rolling like once
one person calls, people be calling.
Yep.
All right, we do have another caller.
See, it worked just like
Thank
she
you,
said.
Felicia. Appreciate you.
Well, you know.
Felicia over there, like like.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do what I can do.
Appreciate you.
Oh, we all here on the same call. This is dope.
Okay.
Yeah, you can call. Hey, how are you? What's your name?
Oh, hi. Oh no, I thought she
Sai.
was on too.
Yeah, well, you can have up to 3 people call in on Periscope.
At the same time?
Yes.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my question. I'm gonna need that mac and cheese recipe though.
I got you.
No, I'm just messing with you.
It is good though.
Yeah, it's a good time,
It's
man.
good.
It's a good time.
I wanted to ask ask you, because I know you had mentioned the coconut oil. Are you familiar with the neem oil for the mites?
Oh, no. That works for fleas?
Yes, so, well, not fleas. It's neem oil, and that's for the mites, because later on, mites tend to want to get in the ear, but you need to dilute that. And then you can dilute tea tree oil. So my thing with the tea tree oil is basically smell it. If it's still strong, your nose is letting you know it's too strong for your body. So dilute that. And then for the fleas, it's something you can get called orange something, but I forgot. And it's like it's like one of them oils. And of course, you got to dilute that. And then black seed oil.
Black
You
seed
mix
oil.
the black seed oil with the coconut. You know about that one?
Yo, you sending us a whole grocery list right now.
Okay,
Like, you telling
and then I'll be done. This last one. So then do the coconut oil, dilute the black seed oil with coconut water.
Okay,
and,
coconut water.
Maybe like a quarter of a teaspoon, because he or she is a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You got one of those transgender cats. You don't know what it is yet.
It's gender fluid.
So dilute that, and then that's gonna take care of the parasites. So what you're gonna see is all the worms just like fly out.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Where they flying out to, though?
Right.
Where
they
going?
flying out on Delta Airlines.
Where they headed?
Y'all make such a beautiful couple. I love it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We out here, you know what I'm saying?
All right, we got another call.
All
right, guys.
Yeah.
Let's
keep
do
the calls rolling, man.
Yeah, man. So if you're on Tony's Live, come make a Periscope right now. Go away, red top. And then you can call in. Pull up.
Somebody pulling up right now.
Yeah.
Pulling up to the drive-thru.
All right, I'm pulling up now.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, I just created the Periscope. I didn't know how to work everything. So
okay.
That's love right there.
Good to meet you both.
Thank you.
I have a question. As being with a comedian, do you find yourself out in a public place during dinner or something and him making jokes and you laughing uncontrollably, or him continuing to make jokes?
You know what's funny?
In public.
When we're together, I feel like I'm pretty goofy. Like, it's a pretty, like, he's quiet. I tend to be quiet too. And now I find myself a lot more quiet. But Tony's, like he said, he's not on all the time. He's, when he's not on stage, he tries to just chill. But we do find ourselves being, like, silly.
Yeah.
Like, we'll have silly
We'll
moments.
bounce off the silliness depending on the environment. Like if a waiter comes up, we'll crack a joke, or we'll tag team some compliments and then throw them off guard. It just depends on like the situation.
That's true.
Cause like naturally, I'm very like I consider myself kind of quick witted in bursts with it. Like so it's like, or if like somebody walks up on the street and knows us or knows me, then I turn on a different switch real quick for them, and then some jokes fly real quick, or this is what we do a lot too. We people watch, and then we comment on the whole person's life based on that one visual. Like, I bet you they go home and do this and that, and we keep it going. We keep it going throughout. So we always add on another layer of what this person be doing.
And one of my favorite things that we do. One of my favorite things is that we'll both see something, spot something, hear something, whatever the case may be, and we both know automatically, like, that is funny.
Right.
Like, there was something in the movie theaters that we saw yesterday in the trailer. Oh, feet.
Oh,
somebody was pigeon-toed.
Nightcrawler's feet was pigeon-toed in X-Men,
and
when he was knocked out,
and we were just laughing.
We was like, he's pigeon-toed.
And it's like, it's just silly stuff like that where we don't have to say anything, and we know, like, that's we're on the same page with a lot of stuff like that. And it and we also tend to like make up scenarios and just like, we'll be like, yeah, like, what if they came in here, and then we just bounce off each other, like, for dumb long.
Short stories.
Yeah, like, we do that a lot, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
A lot too.
It's fun. And one thing you know what we need to do again?
Huh?
We need to have those Nerf gun fights again, because that was fun. Now that we have a cat.
The battles.
The cat.
I got one more question for
What's
you
up?
guys. I'm gonna let you go. Okay. Do you find yourself coming as Tony does? With all his voices and all his different characters. Do you find yourself making up characters of your own?
No.
To go with his characters.
What you guys hear in voiceovers, that doesn't translate to Tony's real life ever. So when I watch his voiceovers, after I'm done with the voiceover, that's it. It's like I get like Tony on stage, I probably find myself mimicking more than Tony in voiceovers because I've seen you on stage like 100 times.
Right.
And although I've watched so many of his voiceovers, I'm not like over here like cram. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't find myself doing that really ever.
Right.
It's more like the other day I was at Kev's house and his fridge is full of ground turkey, and Tony has a joke that says ground turkey, and I'm telling you every like Kev has one of those 4-door refrigerators, and every door had ground turkey. So in my head, I was like, ground turkey. So like, yeah, I definitely find myself telling Tony's jokes.
Joni.
But that's about it. But I appreciate you for calling.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling, man.
Thank you. I'm going to take another one.
Yeah.
One more, and then we are out of here, guys. We got
ground turkey.
I
forgot about that joke.
I meant to
ground turkey.
I meant to make a video of all the ground turkey in Kev's fridge.
Turkey.
There's nothing but ground turkey in his fridge.
I forgot about that joke, man.
That joke's funny. Hey, what's up?
Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Tony.
Hey.
What's up?
Philly.
You say you calling from Italy?
Philly.
Oh,
Philly. We coming to Philly soon.
Yeah, that's like in a few days.
Cannot wait to see you when you come June 30th. I just got my shirt in the mail.
Yes. Wait, let me ask you this. Did you already buy the tickets for the show?
I sure did.
Woo!
A while ago.
Yes. Because it's sold out.
Yo, one thing I want to tell everybody in Tony's live, if you want to go see him, buy tickets the moment you find out that he'll be in your city because they sell out fast. Don't think you're going to buy him at the door.
Right.
Exactly. I kept trying to tell my family because we all watched his voiceovers and wanted to come out. So I got my shirt. I ordered that like months ahead, and I got the tickets months ahead as well.
Yeah.
And then when the Patreon page came up, I'm like, I got to get on the lavish side too.
Man, thank you, man. What is your name? I can't see your name from here.
It's Camille. I'm on your
Camille. Yes. I talked to you yesterday. Didn't know today.
Yes.
That's Camille.
Both of you, and
yeah, she be pulling up.
On your kitten. I actually just rescued a black kitten last week that was 5 weeks old, and it's a boy.
Yes.
And he sadly also came from a home with fleas, so all we used was some soft like Dawn detergent. It got the fleas right off, and we took a flea comb, so he's okay now.
Oh, beautiful. That's dope, man. You got a black cat too?
That's what we're looking for.
Yep.
Because I've always had cats all my life. I have 3 rescues right now, and my cats prior, they lived to be about 21 years old.
Wow.
In good health, so yeah.
Wow.
21? That's
always rescuing cats.
That cat could drink.
Right.
Yeah.
He had a shot right before he checked out. He was like, "This is my final shot." That's dope.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Camille, for everything, though. I just want to tell you that. Because I always see you on my Patreon.
She pulls up. She definitely pulls up because I see her on my page. I see her.
Yeah,
So,
you guys, you're real cool, down to earth people. I'm always laughing, watching your podcast and everything. So.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's
Appreciate
love
that,
right
For
there.
your support.
Philly,
And
man.
I was checking out your pillows too. I'm like, I gotta save up some coins to get some pillows. I like that Ice Cube one you got.
I still got it. You could save. You could save on shipping when I go to the East Coast in 8 days.
Will do.
I'll be there in 8 days. Well, I appreciate you so much.
I won't hold y'all too long, but just wanted to say, you guys, like, I really enjoy you guys. You're funny. Favorite comedians now, and your podcast idea is a great idea too. I was looking at some vegan recipes too.
Yes.
But definitely just want to come out and support you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Sure.
Did you just make a Periscope right now? She hung up because she had no picture, and I'm like, man, I appreciate that.
Man, that's dope, man. That's love right there.
I appreciate you guys.
Love it.
If you want to watch this video back, it will be up on my YouTube. This is gonna be the second episode of Life's a Joke. The first episode, it will be with me and Caridad Poli, who is Keon Poli's wife. She is hilarious. She's
funny, man.
She is so funny.
Yeah.
I can't wait till she quits her job she can do this full time with me. And yeah, so I'm gonna post that one up today, and then this one will pull up. I appreciate you guys for watching, listening, calling in, making periscopes to call in. I appreciate that.
Cool. I love it though, man. Having an accent people mimic, that's the best. That's the best.
He mimics it all the time.
All the time.
You really do. It's
cool.
So funny. I can't even mimic anything that comes out of your mouth because your voice is so deep.
People mimic me so much.
It's true.
Some people only talk to me by doing an imitation of me. I just be like,
I've seen that before.
Can you stop?
It's funny. You guys are funny. When you guys see Tony, like the other day at the vet, some dude walked in. He's like, "Cram." I'm like,
that's different. That's
but it's funny.
But when it's some people that be like, "What's up, y'all? I'm Tony Baker," talking to me like that the whole time. I'm like,
that's so funny.
All right,
I like it.
Okay.
Oh, I appreciate you guys. You can find me on YouTube at Sabrina the Plug, or I even think you could put Sabrina Sith and I still come up. And you can find Tony on YouTube at Tony Baker Comedy. He posts way more often than I do. Movie reviews, Who Smiled First, Daddy Issues. Some of his old comedy clips are up there. What else?
All kind of stuff. Comedy clips, Who Smiled First, Travis Santiago, Daddy Issues, some old verbal cardios are on there. The movie reviews, of course, and Tony Baker Randomly's on there. So pull up. It's a lot to choose from.
It's a lot.
Also on Patreon, go to Patreon, TonyBakerComedy.com. We got some exclusive stuff on there all the time. And pull on up, man. I got a lot brewing.
Go to TonyBakerComedy.com.
Yes.
That's where everything he's doing is on.
My comedy specials are there. My merchandise. Whatever you need, Tony Baker Comedy is there.
And then you can buy my cookbook on SabrinaSith.com. I'm trying to spruce up my website so you'll be able to get more stuff. There's CBD oil that I'm selling on there because it's helped me a lot with my anxiety and pain and stuff like that. So SabrinaSith.com, check it out. Buy my cookbook. Read about what I'm going through because I'm also like vlogging or blogging up on there. And yeah, that's it. All right. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Bye.